Powered by Riverside.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Cars and Health Bars. On today's episode, we're going to be getting into kind of what we have to say to the car manufacturers that are amongst us in today's world. And also, we're going to kind of get into what you should do if you see a cop on the highway and it's just a little too late. With that being said, guys, let's get right into it. So, Jordan, how have you been in this little time we've had? Of course, we did a re-up the last episode. So,
Yeah,
how you been doing, man?
I've been chilling. I'm not gonna say in particular one thing I've been doing, but I've been waiting to do it for a long time, and finally glad to see it under the works. Kind of keeping it a secret.
Yeah, what's that saying? Move in silence. Something
Yeah,
along those lines.
guess you could say I'm doing that. I don't really know why, but I am.
Hey, it's I just wouldn't want I wouldn't want to know what somebody has if I pulled up to the red light next to them either. Keep them guessing, keep them wondering. That's kind of my idea. I think you're the only one that's seen my list for the version 2 of the third gen. Actually, maybe a couple others, but if that ever comes to manifest itself, that is. So,
version 2, I just imagine the blade off Wreckfest.
oh my God! I mean, it'll finally have the horsepower to back it up. At least it will no longer be just loud; it will be fast as well. So I guess we could kind of just jump into our main topic here. I want to get your opinion on what. I mean, obviously we know why, but like, what do you think about the car manufacturers taking away the more car enthusiast platforms, such as, of course, I'm referring directly to stick shift cars, as well as I wanted to also talk about like the single cab short bed trucks. You don't see those anymore, at least the V8 versions of those trucks. And it just seems like they're taking away the car enthusiast platforms out the box from us and kind of just leaving us to make them ourselves. Of course, you could slap a stick shift into pretty much anything you want to, as long as you have the money and the, power to do that. But why are they taking these away from us, out the box?
I'm thinking mainly the reason on the trucks in particular going, crew cab is just there's more people now, so you got to haul more people around. It's just like most people don't want a crew or a single cab.
I will say, though, here recently, just kind of being in the car scene that we're in, I'm seeing a lot more people building single cab short bed trucks. And man, I used to hate lowering a truck just because I was a lifted truck guy, but man, it's just like that's something I'm big and I'm heavy into the lowered single cab short bed trucks. I don't care if you're if you serving them looks, you're serving them looks.
Yeah, for sure. I don't care if you're stock. If you're lowered, you're automatically cool guy.
That's why I like really love my doctor's truck. Like it's got the Torque Storm on the 4.8. It's lowered, like just total sleeper. Like he got the stock Sunday special chromies, dude. Like
you just ain't ready for what's hitting you.
I mean that with that power to weight, I mean he was keeping up with my car. I was leaving him a little bit, but still it's enough to hang with us for sure. It's not like we're making crazy power, but for a 4.8, that not bad. 550 wheel.
That's good to have a 4.8. Yeah, I like trucks like that, and I wish we'd see more of them. I think a lot of the reason you don't see a lot of them either is they're so expensive.
They are.
I was looking them up today. You can get cat eyes for good, but you want like a 13 to 18, which is what I would want.
Yeah, forget
good luck. You're spending 30 grand or more at least.
I've seen the body style up from that, and it keeps popping up on my marketplace. It's like the 1819 body style. That truck's going for like 50 grand.
I love those trucks though. They are clean.
They are, but they're expensive.
Yeah, I could never do it. But what about they're taking away manuals in cars too,
Yeah, and man, I big respect to Honda for keeping it in the Type R. Like, I really,
Yeah.
really respect that from them, and that's such a cool
This new
platform too.
Supra got it
New Supra,
finally.
yeah. I'm not so mad about I'm not gonna be mad whenever the R36 comes out if it doesn't, because I mean they haven't had sticks since the R34. They've kind of, and unfortunately, because they have had transmission troubles in the early body styles of the 35. But yeah, it was nice to see Supra and Honda keep it alive. I wasn't really expecting Nissan to keep stick because of the generational gap. You know, they dropped off stick a lot sooner than
Yeah.
other people did. The big question is, I mean, did Corvette, they don't have a stick option in the C8, do they?
No, they don't.
So that I think that goes down in history as the first Corvette that's does not have a stick option.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah, it is.
That really sucks, man. It just goes to show that it's a dying era, the era of the stick.
It's funny because, man, if you like stick, you just like it, you know? I don't know why. I love my
Yeah,
car. It's, I'm not saying I wouldn't love an auto, but man.
it's definitely an enthusiast car, or
Yeah.
enthusiast thing. Like, like you said, you're not, and we've said it before. You're not gonna beat an auto at the track, but you're gonna have a lot more fun and enjoyment out of your car because you're in control. Like,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times, like, and I'm reluctant on it because I know it does it, but like whenever I'm trying to do a pull and I go into paddle shift, like I'll just keep I'll just keep going down, 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 and eventually it'll just say shift denied. You don't have
Yeah.
that with stick. You just have a grind, grind, grind until it breaks your rear end.
Grind them till you find them, buddy.
Yeah.
You'll make them synchros take that gear.
Man, I just hate it. I hate to see that it's leaving. It's like I said, or like we both said, it's an enthusiast thing. I don't know. It's an end
It's
of an
always going to
era.
be an enthusiast thing because there's always going to be aftermarket for it. There's always someone manufacturing stick shifts, like for drag, drift, whatever you're doing. There's always something out there.
Yeah.
Tremec's done really good with that. I wish they'd put it in trucks, though. I think it's kind of missed opportunity there. Even diesel trucks now are all auto.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a big thing too. And man, I will say one of the most sought after platforms, at least in the Ram, is that 6-speed in the third and fourth gen
Yeah.
Rams, Cummins.
I've drove one, actually. It was pretty nice. I can't remember what I did to it. I worked on it, though. Had a stiff clutch in it, too. I mean, I don't even know if it was hydraulic.
That is one thing though that I would say that's the downside to stick, which we've talked about it before, is clutches. Man, it's just like, especially buying pre-owned, like that's you're almost guaranteeing having to buy a
Yeah.
clutch. I mean, how many miles did yours go before you had to replace your clutch? Because no, it was Tyler that recently did his clutch. That's right.
Tyler's done a few.
Yeah, I mean, but Tyler's car's got a lot of miles on it. And I'd say Tyler's pretty rough on his car.
Oh, he is.
I mean, he'll tell you that himself. It's not like I'm outing him or nothing.
I had about 130 on stock clutch.
130 on stock clutch. That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah, that's a lot of mileage on one. It was gone. Like when I pulled
think
it was done.
what does the manufacturer usually recommend?
What? What do you mean? For clutch?
Yeah.
What, replacement? I have
Yes.
no clue. No one does it,
Right.
You just replace it when it starts slipping if you're not upgrading before then. I'd say the most common thing on stick shift cars is short throw shifter.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing that. I love mine. Ford kind of always had the stick shift with the Mustangs until the GT500. GM stopped on the Corvette. Now there's no Camaro. Does GM even offer stick shift in anything? Maybe like a Malibu or something. Some economy car. That's the only thing I could even think of.
Yeah.
You know, I think of performance cars though. There's one that I seen a video of, and it surprised me really, honestly, because it was a Kia, and I just could not get my mind around how Kia was doing this, because they're like the weirdest manufacturer ever. They got like the Stinger, but that's about it, and that's about their only good car for a while. It was. I got this EV car called the Kia EV9. It's SUV, and it's got a button, and it puts out more power from the batteries. It's almost like hitting the NOS or something is how they have it, because it's only for a few seconds or something.
Yeah.
It's got a big red button. It is wild. I couldn't believe it. They're expensive too.
So I kind of want to jump into some subtopics here while we still have some time left. I want to know kind of, and I know exactly where I'm going with this, but in your opinion, what do you do? Say you're just like going 15, 20 over, and there's a cop in the other lane, and you notice it's a cop. He ain't done nothing yet, but you just happen to see him. What are you doing? Like, because me and my wife has this argument, she yells at me whenever I brake because she goes, "Hey, that looks suspicious. Like, just keep going." And I understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, like, maybe he's like, "Dog, if you don't brake right now, if you don't kill that speed, I am gonna turn around." So it's like, what do you do? Do you brake? Do you not brake? Like, what do you do in that situation? Because I mean, I could see both the arguments.
I think there has to be some context.
Oh yeah.
So, let's say, for example, you're doing a $110 down 31E.
Jesus Christ,
And
that's extreme.
And you see some Charger headlights. Now, let me ask you, and the speed limit is 55. What are you gonna do if I ask you?
I mean, I think
you don't see blue lights. You just know it's a cop.
God, dude, that's like.
Let me ask you, what would you do? I think I know what I would do. I would probably bright light them.
Oh my God!
Drop a gear, disappear.
Turn
hit
your
some
headlights
back
off.
roads, and lose him because he's in a boat.
I would probably push my brake pedal through the firewall, but if I did see blue lights, then that's whenever it'd be time to make a bad decision.
No, you gotta do it before you see. If you gotta full commit.
But he might be like, all right, he's having fun. 110's already like you're done.
That's felony speeds, buddy.
That's felony at an impound lot.
I just know what I would do, I guess I could say.
That brings me into a whole other thing. That was another subtopic I wanted to talk about is, in your opinion, and I think you could have a pretty good argument about this, is should speed limits change according to time of day? And that can also coincide with, should speed limits change in school zones, like whenever school's not out? Because I think they should 1,000,000%. Because if school ain't going on, there ain't no kids nearby. What does it matter? You're just holding up traffic. You're just like messing up. You're just messing up how traffic flows. Like, I shouldn't have to slow down on like a 55 to a 35 whenever school ain't even going on. And I've got pulled over. I mean, we've both been pulled over in school zones while school wasn't even happening.
Yeah, I think there could be a little more leniency with it for sure when it's like, not reckless.
I understand why there's speed limits put in place. It's because it helps the flow of traffic. But on like long stretches like 31E where there's hardly anybody turning off, it's a straight stretch, and especially like nighttime when there's nobody on the road but you and maybe one other dude. I don't know. I feel like the speed limit should be altered. I understand. I mean, and at the same time, I do understand if you hit a deer going 55, that's a lot different than if you hit him going fucking like 155.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I think on the interstate speed should be increased because that's not really, I don't know. I get there's dumb drivers, but I think as long as people know to stay right, speed limits, like maybe a little bit stricter driving rules for interstate, because people just are stupid on there.
What's your opinion on having the non-speed limited interstates that they have overseas?
And like Germany, well,
Yeah.
Germany has a really hard, like, you gotta do a lot of shit to get your license.
Oh, really?
And they really drill into you not to sit in the left lane and camp it like a bitch.
Like people do in
Like
America.
you stay right unless you're passing, and then you get one lane over. And then once there's no one to pass, you get back over. People don't do that. They just swing in the middle lane, sit there for a while. Then they might be blocking someone behind them, but they're still sitting in the middle lane. They won't even get over.
My God.
I see it all the time, dude. I just can't believe that. You're holding up traffic. It makes it more dangerous, really.
Yeah, it really
That way,
does.
the reckless people aren't putting other people at risk. They can go do their own shit. So I don't know. I think speed limits are based on braking distance, how they're set up now from way back in the day, and obviously that was before ABS was a thing, and in some places, so there's definitely room for it to grow. Cars are a lot better at stopping now,
Yeah.
especially with ABS now being, which for a while it's, I think since maybe early 2000s, but probably before then, like the mid 90s.
And cars are a lot
had-
lighter now.
Well, you had to have ABS. It's
Yeah.
It's you have to. You
Yeah,
can't
it's kind of
sell a production car without it.
right. And yeah, cars are a lot lighter now. I mean, cars stop way sooner than like I feel like a lot of things as far as the national safety and like road laws, a lot of things could change because a lot of things have just been the same since like who knows when, and they don't
I
want
think
to change
that's our
them.
country, man.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like that to us, anyways. But we haven't been around that long, so maybe we're crazy.
Maybe we're crazy.
I don't know.
I guess we could transition to our gaming topic. I want to. So previously, we've talked about video games that would make good TV show or movie adaptations because Fallout was such a good success. Have you watched Fallout yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Hmm.
Fallout was great. Last of Us was phenomenal. I just rewatched it not long ago. It was just so good. I love it. But I want to talk about what TV shows would make good video games or movies. I think that would be a good turnaround.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Oh my God. I could see Adventure Time being a very, very fun video game. Especially like because you got the main quest where like, I don't want to spoil it too much, but you save Ooh. But there's also all these like side episodes with like Fiona and Cake and like all this separate stuff you could do. It would just like make a perfect Skyrim style video game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really think it would, honestly. And I guess kind of from the same time period, regular show would be awesome.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being.
I would love to run around as Muscle Man.
Oh my God.
Like, can you imagine?
I feel like that'd be more like a GTA 5 style game where you could play as Franklin, Michael, or Trevor, but you could play as the different characters.
Yeah. Hey, that would be so much fun. Open world. I could make that.
I don't know what video game movie or what movie would make a good first person shooter off the top of my head. I mean, I guess any movie about war, but I was trying to think of something a little bit more like interesting, something, out of the box.
They should make a Five Nights at Freddy's video game.
Oh my God. What would make a good horror video game? I mean,
The
Saw.
Nun. God,
I've never
Nun.
played. I've never seen The Nun.
Oh my Lord.
Is it pretty scary?
It's good.
I just
You would-
recently got into horror movies.
Oh man, you gotta watch The Nun.
We watched. I've been kind of laying off the zombie movies because like they really do freak me out. Because like I leave for work
Really?
in the dark, and like all I could just see is just something booking it out of the woods, and I'm like,
Oh
nope,
my God.
I'm dead.
And we see a crackhead tweaking out, and he's just
Oh, I'm
running.
done. I'm done, dude.
He said, "I'm pulling out my Glock."
Yeah.
It's all ogre now.
Yeah, we went back and watched some I think we watched Jeepers Creepers. That I don't understand how people found that scary back in the day. Apparently my dad was
Man,
mortified.
it was different back in the day.
We watched the one when they're on the school bus. I think it was like the second or third one. It was weird. Very weird. Uh yeah, regular show would have made a good. I mean, of course, I don't. Somehow SpongeBob made so many games, but I don't remember. I don't think SpongeBob, in my opinion, I just like don't imagine it would be a very good game.
What do you mean?
It just seems like they're. What's the plot? Like,
SpongeBob?
yeah,
They had games. They were so
I know.
good.
It's what I'm saying. I never remembered playing any of them.
Oh, I played the fuck out of one of them.
I know there's one where it's like Mario Kart, but like SpongeBob.
No, I never played that. I played a few of them.
Oh my god! You know what TV show would make a phenomenal video game? Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that would be the
Oh,
story.
that would be like, golly, that'd be insane.
Man, I think Toy Story could be a video game.
It probably was because I know Shrek was a video game and it was actually a lot of fun. I remember playing as a little
No.
kid. Yeah, it was one of the best games I ever played as a little kid. I think I had the second one. It was like based off Shrek 2.
You know what I think? You know, you
What?
kind of said zombies, and it makes me think. I Am Legend. I would play that.
Yeah, that'd be like a really good like Last of Us style
Yeah, that's
apocalypse game.
a good movie. What about
that's
Men
the
in Black? That would be a great game,
I've never seen Men in Black.
bruh. That would you missing out.
You miss it out. What? Oh my god! Speaking of, dude, Django would make an amazing Western video game.
I would love it.
I would play that. Dude, I loved Western video games whenever I was a little kid.
I'd just be a dentist going around, just like in the movie.
Just like the movie.
You wouldn't know what's up with me.
Like, why does this guy talk all funny? He just gets shot.
Train to what was it? Train to Busan or whatever, that zombie movie.
Yeah. Oh wow, you've seen that? I've seen that one.
Yeah, that would be COD Zombies in real
Yeah.
life. Imagine that in VR.
God, that sounds like motion sickness.
What about Baby Driver? That was one of my favorite movies.
I like that movie too. That would have made a good. That would have made
That's
a good
like
video
Need for
game.
Speed.
Yeah, pretty much. Guy's just like super talented driver.
You know who would be that in real life? It'd be Caleb.
Oh yeah, definitely the quiet guy who's just baddest driver ever.
Yeah. You just wouldn't even know. What about Ready Player One? Because that was kind of like
Yeah, I
VR
mean
game,
it is.
you know,
Yeah,
I liked the idea of that. I remember I read that I read the book before I even like
is
in
Ready
middle
Player
school.
the one where the kid is controlling like an actual felon and like if he survives he gets to live or whatever? Is that a different movie I'm thinking of?
I don't know if it was like that. It's been forever, but
Yeah.
it was like VR. You were in the game. He's had to take down the boss. Who was it? I can't really remember, but it goes between virtual reality and real life. He's in a story, so
Huh.
it's kind of cool. You're like living two lives at once.
You know, what would make a good Ark style video game would be the Avatar, the Blue People Avatar movie.
They did have a few games of that.
Oh, did they?
Or at least one.
Huh. That's weird how many movies just like had random video games that like some of us heard of, some
Yeah,
of
they
us
don't
haven't.
really try too hard on some of them.
Yeah.
Deadpool. They do got a game. Fuck. I never played the game though.
I think there's superhero games of
You
everything.
know what would be good? It'd be
What?
I don't know if it'd be like Splinter Cell or it'd be more like Tom Clancy's. I guess it'd be John Wick,
John Wick would be a good like Tom
The
Clancy style game.
Matrix.
I've never seen The Matrix.
No,
Yeah, I've never seen The Matrix.
you kidding me?
I don't watch very
That
many
is
movies.
the most OG guy movie.
I didn't watch very many movies.
You missing out, man. John Wick was good.
Dude, what about have you ever seen The Meg?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. I'm really big Ocean Fanatic.
Is
That would have been.
it's Megalodon?
Yeah, yeah. It's basically like they. I wouldn't say they tried to remake Jaws, but the premise is the same. You know, big shark,
Yeah.
he's killing people. It's pretty good.
I got another one
Huh.
I think of. Independence Day. You ever seen that? It's an
No, is
older
it like
movie.
Purge though?
No, it's about alien invasion.
Oh no, I haven't. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator.
God, Terminator's so dope.
Yeah, but as popular as it is, probably already a video game, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. You ever read The Maze Runner or watched it? I love that.
We watched the first one. Maybe the second one too,
That'd
but
be like
definitely the first one.
that'd be one of those escape games.
Yeah, it would
The
be.
first one would be, and then the second one would be kind of different. They'd all have their own kind of way to play. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of opportunity there, and
I feel like Courage. They could make some cool video, like horror games of Courage.
I saw a trailer for one.
Really?
Yeah,
We were just watching
David
Courage
showed
last
me.
night. That's crazy. That would have made a good game too. Especially if they took like a really like adult, like actually went all out with the gore, like the horror aspect of it, and it wasn't like too kiddie, wasn't
Yeah.
PG.
I think there's a lot of anime that could be good,
Yeah,
and there kind of is a lot of anime video games though. So see, some movies just I could never imagine being a game either. Like Friday. I
Friday?
can't really. I guess like that'd kind of be GTA. It's that Ice Cube. He's basically his thug. Ice Cube is in the movie, but it's all on this kid. He grows up on the block, and long story short, his brother, his best friend. One of them, I feel like his best friend died in the shooting.
Jeez.
And it was his Ice Cube's brother in the movie, so his best friend was Ice Cube's brother. So after he dies, Ice Cube goes and shoots up the dude who gets him.
Some OG stuff right there.
Yeah, it's some like gangster shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a whole lot of movies though.
Yeah, there was a new movie that came out. I really wanted to go watch it in theaters, but I couldn't convince the wife to go watch it. It was called The Beekeeper. And it was kind of
I did watch that. That was good.
Was it? I tried to talk her into
Yeah.
going and watching it. It looked like a John Wick
Man.
style movie.
Yeah, it was. It was good. It
Yeah.
wasn't realistic at all, but it was so good.
I like the premise that like the network and he's the one that's got to keep the network.
Yeah.
in. Like it's got a good premise.
It was a great watch. You know, it's like I'll be realistic to be entertaining.
Yeah.
So
was
I
one-
loved it.
There was one movie I was super fired up to go watch, but I don't remember what it was. I would have swore it was coming out around Halloween, but yeah, I can't remember what it is for the life of me. I'm just excited about Five Nights at Freddy's is probably going to get another reboot, and Last of Us Part 2 will be out in 2025. I'm fired up about that also.
Heck yeah. Crap, I just said Rambo. I feel like that would be a good one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sylvester Stallone's pretty dope. I guess fighting games, like Bruce Lee movies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Simpsons Hit and Run was a freaking amazing hit. If they
God,
did like
that
the same thing
was.
with like Family Guy or American Dad, that'd be amazing.
Futurama, I would play that. Go around as Bender.
Yeah, I guess if that's all you got, we can go ahead and kick it to an outro. I didn't want to keep you guys too long, just to get back in the groove of things, get back in the swing of things, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I could think of any more that I would be like, ooh, gotta do that.
Gotta do that. All right, guys. With that being said, we will catch you guys in the next one. If you want to keep up with us throughout the week, make sure that you follow us on social media so you can participate in what we talk about in the show the next upcoming week and stay in the loop. And with that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next one.